Here we go. Yeah, what do you know? I look on. I go to Twitch on mobile, and the first stream I see is of mine. And that saved me some trouble. A little bit. Just have to go to go to the ting and change the category. Alright. I'm gonna check Discord real quick, see what's going on there. I know I'm not. I do know that I'm not gonna be showing up in the purple um, because I'm not on Discord. I don't have Discord via desktop app, which is fine. You know, I don't really care about that. As long as the bots have done their things, then you know you should be good. Uh, hmm. Yeah, Mother Nature be a bitch sometimes. Why did it go here? I don't want Pokemon Randomizer channel. Try to fucking, try to fucking play this little random ad so I can get some orbs. Alright. While that's doing that, I guess I'll go ahead and just do my intro and everything. So, as always, everyone, heyo, my fellow Rumble Maniacs. It's Mr. Rumble Roses here, and welcome back to yet another installment of Let's Plays Live, where I stream random things at random times for various different reasons. And today, I decided to play some more FreeDooM, more specifically some FreeDooM 2. I was going to originally do this during my Saturday stream for my last active week of streaming and everything. But I decided to play some. I decided to play some classic Doom and I decided to play some classic Doom instead. Um, due to the news that I had found out about the composer for Doom, music composer for Doom, Bobby Prince had passed away quite recently. So I did a bit of a thing where it's like I went through all three of the main episodes of Doom 1, and I played through all of them and everything, and just and I remember like also doing the things like trying to have like the original Doom like Doom quality music that you would often hear and everything. But but yeah, I decided that I wanted. But yeah, I decided for this thing because I wasn't really doing much of anything and things were pretty quiet. I was just like, you know what? I kind of want to try and do some more FreeDooM 2 because um, I'm slowly but surely, I think, like on the verge of actually finishing FreeDooM 2. Um, into the case I can, and I'll try to explain everything as much as I can um, in due time. Sorry, I'm just kind of just checking stuff on the mobile dashboard. Okay. But yeah, so for those that are new to this channel or this series, let me try to explain everything as best I can. So, FreeDoom 2 is pretty much known to be like a free fan-made Doom game that was made by various people in the community. It uses it's made as its own iWAD, so you don't need the likes of Doom or of Doom 1 or Doom 2 in order to play it. Um, Now I'm playing FreeDOM 2 with a mod called Blork, more specifically the Blork demake mod, or as you can see, Blork NBF21 demake. So this was made by an individual named AlphaInt2. As you can see, the mod was originally meant to be like a sprite replacement for FreeDOM that later became the spiritual successor to one of the other mods. Um, the mod itself, the original mod, the Blork mod, was originally made to be a thing for GZ Doom and Zandronum. Have all those, bells and whistles and features and all that stuff. But in this case, and as you can see, they did just for fun. But basically, it was kind of like a way to make like a classic friendly port version, I guess you could say. And it changed up the weapons quite a bit, and I'd say it's one of my favorite little gameplay mods to play around with. And with this, it has the ability to let you play, Doom 2 campaign, Free Doom 2 campaign, and also a custom campaign that they made for this thing. I think they use like the Oblige map maker or something like that, to go from there. So yeah. Now in this case, it does have. Now in this case, it does have a lot of the majority of like the FreeDOM stuff from like the graphics and textures, but it also has like the original Doom enemies over the FreeDOM enemies. Because even though like they're their own separate little games, but it still plays out like a Doom game. So it's like, oh, like you have like this enemy right here replacing zombie man, this one right here being the Imp, and so on and so forth. So yeah. And also, I got a lot of other gameplay mods, stuff like that, from the Disc demake to Titan demake, in case you want like the short and sweet version, the Deuce demake is basically Dusk in classic Doom. Um, has weapons and enemies from Dusk and made playable on Doom 1 or Doom 2. And the Titan demake is pretty much like a Doom 2016 weapons mod type thing. One of my favorite little ones to play around with. I think the Doom 1 version has it to where the weapons are angled, and a few other little changes that are different from the original. And then I think like the Doom 2 version has the weapons that are centered. So yeah. Excuse me. But yeah, so and I guess another thing to mention too, and then I'm sorry if I'm rambling on because I know sometimes people might want just to see the action, but it's my channel, damn it. But anyway, so Freedom or Freedom, so Freedom is known to be in like two different games slash versions, if you will, or phases. So the original Freedom is called Freedom Phase One. Basically, that is like the equivalent of Ultimate Freedom, where it has 4 episodes. I think it's like 9 levels each, where it's like like has 8 normal levels and one secret level. And then Freedom Phase 2 is basically FreeDooM 2. Where basically only has like at most 32 levels and stuff like that. So yeah. And my controller has a little bit of that drift again. Okay. Now I did a little bit of look-seeing into this, and I believe that we're on map 20. Even though here it's called, even though on this thing it's referred to as like map 70. But actually, let's see for the hell of it. Yeah, so map 70. Okay. Now one last thing for the time being that I kind of want to point out to people is I've never played FreeDooM 2. Like I've had the games on like my PC, and I even have the original. I even have like the original way. And I even have like the original way to play, you know, like FreeDooM and FreeDooM 2 originally. Yeah, like I played FreeDooM 1 before, but I never played FreeDooM 2. I think technically like the last time I played FreeDooM 1 was back when I was doing PC streaming, before before everything kind of went to shit with my streaming software at most, from what I've gathered and everything. And then, you know, when the Doom Plus Doom, and then when this port came out and had, like, you know, the ability to let you play around with different mods and stuff like that people have uploaded, I managed to actually get FreeDooM Phase 1, Phase 2, like about how those, you know, play the original way if I wanted to. But someday I might, but it's probably not going to be for like a long while, because probably like after this, you know, it's going to be kind of a while before I think about doing another little thing. Now I did take a little bit of a peek into this level. And I think what you have to do to kind of make a little bit of progress was to go on each side of the level. And hit a switch to open this up. Finding a blue key for this. Even though I don't know why exactly why I'm up here. enemy game controller. Let me guess, there's one of those like long things like that like takes its little time, and while I'm having to wait for the thing to come down all the way, is when enemies would like teleport in. Even though I think like I found out about this, I think I found out about this like ages ago. But I believe that on a map that's not like I think it's like I think on a map that's not like map 30. Any areas that enemies can be able to teleport into, apparently you can actually like kind of block their entry a little bit if you stand in their little teleporting zone. So, for anyone that's kind of wondering, you may notice that whenever, like, after I fired my weapon, which is the pistol replacement, that it does, that I do a reload thing. That is not that is not like me doing it on my own terms. That is pretty much what is known as like a fake reload, which is kind of like because it's kind of like a little like fake little it's like a little like random animation thing. Yeah, it's a little random animation thing that happens even like when you have even when you have like the chain gun replacement. Alright. Really? Okay. I'm gonna assume it's gonna lower those bars. Let's pay a little metal. Thing. Why is it going down for? Ow. Quit moving! But yeah, I think one of these days I'll probably get a new controller or something like that, cause fucking like fucking controller drifts, and I can't really do anything about it because I don't know what the hell's going on with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just playing normal games normally and all that, and suddenly it's like, oh, you randomly experience controller drift. Yeah, there's a cyber demon. Apparently he's blocking my... Apparently he's blocking something. Ow. Okay. Ow. Have fun with that shit. Underground. Map 71. Thankfully I didn't have to fight them. Yeah, just like, you know, get them all out, kind of get them all out in the open per se, you know, and get them out of the, out of the, you know, out of the hall, out of the, you know, the long hallway looking thing. Alright. That's map 71 on the realm. Oh. Yeah, so random little fun fact, if you want to call it that. In classic Doom, if you get up close and personal to a pain elemental like this, then every time they try and shoot out shoot out a lost soul, they can't be able to do it. They can't be able to do it. They can just they just explode. Thankfully, it's not in Doom 64 style where it's they explode. Where it's if they fail to roll get out, that they explode that they explode like an exploding barrel. I do wish I could be able to. I do wish that you could have a third-person cheat. See it, but I guess this will be as close as you can get. Now, supposedly, this can happen sometimes, but there might be that slight little chance of a lost soul that went into the wall. Yep, as you can see right there. So basically, just for anyone who's curious about this, the best way to deal with a pain elemental is getting it right up in their face. That way they can't be able to spawn any lost souls, and whatnot. And if you can, try to get them as close to try to get them in maybe a corner or something like that. Like how we did here, and kill them, and then a good portion of them should die. When they try and leave the body when you try to leave the body of the pain elemental. There might be that one random chance that that lost soul is somewhere out in null space. Yeah, I will say though that if I go somehow get lucky to actually complete FreeDooM 2 and everything, I'm not going to go install it or anything like that, because like I said, there is the the oblige campaign stuff, which I'll try to do in the future. But if I go get past if I could get past FreeDooM 2, then it actually might be a little while before I actually touch the boss thing again. Okay, let's try it again. Didn't mean the fire. Unfortunately, I gotta be careful. As soon as I say that. Ow. We're doing that again, because that should not have been a hit. God damn it. Again, that should not have been a hit on me. I moved. Talking about, it's so irritating to fucking deal with the controller drift. Now I feel like I'm about to break the damn controller itself for not wanting to behave itself. Really? That should not have been a hit. Nope, gotta do it again. Oh, I think I heard an art file. Quit moving. Please have some damn. Quick save it right here. Quick save it right there and hope for the best, especially, that, the make of us, this is. Okay. These little areas. Now, if I can really get, if I can somehow get to map 75 of this campaign, then I'll actually be pretty happy. Yeah, I'll be pretty happy to I'd actually be happy to pretty much just stop it there, because you know, like I don't think I'm gonna actually be finishing this run today. So. Oh, lovely. I see 2 spider masterminds. Quit moving, controller. Okay, they're aggro on each other. Think they somewhat he got caught in the crossfire. You know, I'm really curious to see like if there's actually going to be like a legit ending to this. Like if there's actually going to be like if I'm kind of like wondering like if either one of these spider demons are going to actually be able to kill the other. I kind of feel like they might not though. I kind of feel like they might not though because it's like you know like I don't think like either one of them is really flinching. It's like you know like neither one of them is really like flinching or anything. You know what? I don't usually do this, but I'm actually gonna make a hard save because I might like randomly look at this off stream. I'm about like randomly like you know check this out off stream and you know see what happens. Yeah, they're still going. Oh. One of them died. Which one was it? So the left one killed the right. Can you die, please? Yeah, we had a winner. Oh, we're gonna get them drops. Oh, quit that. Hold on. Okay. I heard Cyber Demon. Nice. It's not gonna force me to go in the fucking lava, is it? I guess they went too with the That's strafing. I can't even hit him. That's so fair. Ow! Oh, that was cheating. Huh. On there, on there, on there. And there's an arachnotron trying to shoot me from the other side of the map. Uh-huh. So like I love how my shots are not like hitting barely almost none at all. I love it. And by love it, I mean actually hate it. Ugh. Alright. Yeah, fucking controller drift. It's gonna be fucking annoying. Needs to stop. And made a fire. God damn, I hate when that shit happens. Whoop, I don't need that because I'm at 99 health. Rat, controller. Okay. Look. Ow. Ow. Gotta love good old infighting. How none of those hit, I don't understand. Alright. Ow. Fuck my life, dude. Arch Vile, I mean, Revenant after Revenant. Thank God it wasn't an Arch Vile. Alright. I have been transported somewhere. Just don't know where. I had an itch I needed to scratch. Ooh, I don't know that sound from anywhere. Ouch! Whew. Okay. So I know I said I was gonna actually try and go to, you know, the map 75 or level 75, whatever. But I think I'm actually good for right now because it took a little bit longer than I was thinking per se. Even though like I knew like going in, I was like, oh, it's not going to like be like really short levels, like able to complete it under like for like a few minutes or so. But yeah, I say that at least I got a little bit of a head start, for next time I decide to actually do more of more FreeDooM 2. So. John Romero. I think he's playing some. I think John Romero is actually like playing some Quake. All right. So I think I have an idea of who I might raid. Even though like I don't know this person or anything like that, but they are starting, but they are like getting they are pretty much like starting their stream up and everything. So basically like the idea is to be like, hey, let's try and raid someone who's like starting the stream up and everything like that. And, maybe be the first ones to give them a raid. But yeah, so I might try and see about because I don't know 100% for sure if everything's gonna be changing for this week, but if everything goes well, my next planned stream will hopefully be on Wednesday. It's probably my 2 days full week of streaming. Um, I might try and do some more FreeDooM 2 with the Blork D-Make mod. Maybe I might actually get to the end of actually finishing the thing. I don't know. Um, but there's always that hope because it would be nice to actually, because it would be nice to to have like to have the it would be nice to have like the game under my belt, and have that done in some sort of way. So there's that. And I think on Thursday is the new little event for Dead by Daylight, the little special anniversary thing. So I might try and I might try and play some. I might try and play the game, play the event and everything like that, and see what happens. Um, I might do a little thing for the hell of it where it's like I clean up Ash from being all from being like the whole bloody like the prestige bloody P100 to having like the clean the clean the clean clothed looking version, especially like having the especially like having the Ashley Slashy puppet that doesn't look all maniacal and whatnot. But yeah, we'll see what happens there. I may or may not also try and do a little thing of maybe starting my adept run on Jason, aka the new killer, and see how things go from there. But but we'll see what happens. Kind of just having to check things out for this week since this is my 2 day slow streaming week. Alright, I don't know if we're going to be able to raid into this person, but we are going to try nonetheless. And with that, I'm also going to clear the chat because it's something I like to be able to do. Especially, when it helps me try and get things moving faster. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching and everything. I really do appreciate it, and I'll hopefully see you all in the next video or live stream. But until then, as always, please take care of yourselves and have a good week or weekend.